Hey guys, welcome back to another What If Here. Today we're doing part 1 to What If Naruto was reborn in DxD as a female Kitsune. And this is my third, fourth, or fifth time trying to do this. I did do one which made up to 25 minutes, but I was unhappy with it as it wasn't progressing as fast as I was somewhat like it, so redoing it. Hopefully I won't have to redo this again. Anyway, so Naruto would somewhat be at the moment, somewhat be thinking about some of the friends and that. The friends she kind of somewhat had and somewhat left when she kind of left home. Or more specifically, sort of a clan and that. A Kitsune clan. As well, yeah, so when she was somewhat growing up, also when she was somewhat about 5, when she was like 5, her parents had somewhat asked her what she'd somewhat like to somewhat kind of learn. And it's somewhat what field of the sort of Kitsune clan she'd like to kind of take up, the more sort of fighting role, so kind of guard, like protecting the sort of kind of priestess, I think they're called, sort of that the kind of sort of Kitsune, so the 2 sort of tails and upwards, like beautiful sort of kind of women, like where the sort of priestess that helped the main sort of priestess, which was the 9 tails, the sort of 9-tailed Kitsune, something to deal with, you know, some nice stuff, you know, with the run of the sort of thing in that temple, the temple and sort of grounds and that, and yeah, well, it should be pretty obvious as though something with her was being a shinobi from her previous life, she chose to do some, you know, the kind of more fighting-ish duty, which, you know, a person something kind of similarly agreed on and somewhat supported her, as she was, sort of parents were normal, sort of blonde haired, sort of golden Kitsune, you know, blonde to sort of goldenish Kitsune, and when she was born, they had the sort of DNA, or the DNA tested more so I did, just in case she sort of wife and mate, which Kitsune sort of mate for sort of life, their sort of life, so with them obviously sort of, and yeah, though because some do occasionally sort of cheat, the more unloyal ones, and yeah, though of course sort of when a Kitsune mates with a human, once the human dies, about a year or 2 afterwards, they then, sort of after a year or 2, tend to potentially, you know, go and find a new mate to mate with, to be sort of mate for another 40 or so years, as, you know, 2 sort of, you know, Kitsune human is born and dead in a blink of an eye, as they live for thousands of years, and yeah, anyway, so yeah, and sort of, well, of course, Naruto sort of herself, well, yeah, though she was born a 1-tailed Kitsune, named her mother was a 2 tails and her father was a sort of 3 tails, so she was at least guaranteed to be born a 2-tailed, though sort of she was born 1-tailed simply because her parents didn't really bother to kind of sort of initially sort of train, well, they did train her, but they didn't more so train her in a kind of more, you know, sort of fighting-esque role, more kind of sort of priestess role, as well, she was sort of a beautiful white, sort of had child, and yeah, sort of being, or at least whilst I was white, you know, had Kitsune, they were, you know, more like up sort of, you know, in the much more kind of similarly, you know, sort of cold parts, say like the sort of UK higher parts of sort of, you know, Russia, right, it's very damn cold, Canada, North, you know, and somewhat up, you know, in Greenland, or is it Iceland? Greenland, I think. Yeah. And, well, yeah, that's, you know, kind of rare. And, yeah, so, and sort of Japan is mainly kind of red, you know, sort of red, you know, red and gold, and sort of had foxes, Kitsune. So, yeah, so to be sort of born a, you know, sort of white was very rare And yeah. And anyway, though, yeah, though, so sort of, of course, those sort of from there, and sort of parents had kind of sort of sent over with, other windowed kitsunes, as either they also didn't receive sort of training, as Naruto, as I said, when he's doing sort of, when she was sort of about 3 to about sort of 5. Instead, someone will kind of teach learning, sort of a more priestess-esque role. Yeah, though from there they've taken us to a group with other 1, 2, 3, and so like they had Kitsune who kind of wanted to be either somewhat a kind of guard, or those that were just in there to gain a second tail, who are kind of pretty enough like one-tailed Kitsune who wanted to be a more priestess-esque role, but kind of couldn't, as one-tails were more, only the one-tailed role in priestess were more kind of like more cleaning-ish, and whilst two-tailed kitsunes and that did clean, they more kind of saw like what these human part, and kind of similarly ask someone to help them out, and the one-tails were always similarly like cleaning, so yeah. And well, yeah, though, so once they kind of got that, somewhat sacked out, they would go off, and yeah, those Naruto, well, those who wasn't called Naruto, she was actually her parents had decided to name her Shiroi Bara, and that's Japanese, and well, yeah, which in English would mean white rose. Yeah, though the last part did initially get me confused when I read it, as the last part, Bara, is exactly spelled the exact same in Welsh, and the Welsh meaning of Bara is bread in English. So to me, it's like Shiroi bread. So yeah. But in Japanese, Bara means rose. And yeah, anyway, so moving on. Yeah, and I know there is another meaning, somewhat for white rose in Japanese. Word, not meaning word. Yeah, anyway, from there. Yeah, though once she turned somewhat 14, of course her parents had, been talking more and more about actually kind of having Shiroi go into actually be a priestess, as she's beautiful, and by now she's already a two-tailed Kitsune. She'd actually gained a second tail when she'd been, a couple months after turning 10. Yeah, and most of her friends and that she'd made in that group were still trying to get that second tail to this day, as most Kitsune don't get that second tail until they're about 14 at the earliest, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 years old. So yeah, though it was mainly because the energy they use is somewhat similar enough to Shiroi in a past life being a shinobi, and of course using chakra, it felt similar enough to chakra that actually applied some of those concepts to the energy in the yokai that they use, that it ended up kind of working and massively sped up the process, which meant she had a ironically kind of greater understanding, which boosted her her strength in that, which got her second tail. And Kitsune, or at least grow tails in this life, grows tails not by age and wisdom, but by their strength. So the more tails they have, the stronger they are, not the older they are. And yeah, and well, yeah, though when she was, when she was 14, her parents, or at least a couple of weeks, after a couple of weeks to a month after she turned 14, which her birthday and had been born on the 14th of February, not 14th, 10th of February. Don't know why I got 14th in my mind. Yeah, the 5th, right, her age. Yeah, the 10th of February. No, January. Jesus. Yeah. Saying everything wrong now. Anyway, from there, yeah, so, yeah, they ended up telling her, at least that should now be something to learn, and should to act as, to learn the more priestess role, and she didn't want to. Sure, when she started learning, obviously with the kind of more fighting-esque role, protecting role, they they were occasionally once a month, taught to someone, how to act in that, in front of these more kind of, these priestess and that, and one of them may occasionally be called upon to temporarily be a temporary priestess, as everyone gets it, all that, and so occasionally, and so from there, after it started, I started to miss some more kind of these fighting. Though we were friends and that when she did kind of come in that. Well, yeah, when they were hanging around, these boys and that being 14 and that. Now, would be a bit slightly on the kind of perverted side and that, and joke about and that, and though when it came to when there was training, when they would spy against one another, they our friends would go from being male friends can being slightly perverted, all that, to completely and absolutely seriously. They knew that if they took her, if they underestimated her, and even slightly, she would be beating them the fuck up. She would, they'd be in the hospital for a long while, as she was very much fucking strong. After all, by now she was a two-tailed Kitsune, so yeah, they had to take her very much very much seriously. And those finally though, though of course the day they actually told her, ironically the team the group had actually had a some priestess kind of overview and how to act from one of the priestesses, a 8-tailed Kitsune who'd been doing it for about 1,350 odd years or so. So yeah, though Naruto, well, not Naruto, Shiro's outfit was that. Yeah, that was how she kind of looked like, minus the eye colour. Though then again, maybe our eyes are red. Up to you guys. Do like them either being red or the kind of goldenish colour. Though that would be what it should look like. Coming home though with two of her, though with two tails out. And and she's generally more in a kind of more slightly more battle-esque kind of kimono, allowed more movement, was more designed for obviously battle, while the priestess outfit was more obviously for these looks and that. And though when her kind of parents had dropped that on her, and she was obviously annoyed, and finally she reached her breaking point about a year later, that being her only sort of 15, and she knew somewhat coming up doing something the summer that if she could get, or at least to her sort of place, a sort of human place, she'd be able to get or at least hopefully go to academy. And well, she sort of knew of one, that being Kure Academy, mainly because it'd been only some years ago about it being transformed from a private female only school to a now private co-ed school. So she ended up somewhat after make sure she had everything, she ended up leaving, and she ended up quite somewhat successfully, getting that, getting there, obviously, and though the passages work for, they go Rose, damn it, which of him, that would kind of shake out those. The only time she really had Rose, which, of course, her English translated name was White Rose. Was when she was in Europe and all that, which was when she was younger with her parents when they'd occasionally travel to Europe and that. And anyway, though she'd something to go someone ask her, you okay, sorry, and she go, yeah. I'm okay. Sorry. It's like you're thinking something about your parents again. You said slightly flinch, and she'd go somewhat, and go, well, why don't you just leave from someone back show away. Some clothes, and it's not going to take me any much longer if you have finish with something with the cleaning up. So just go. She'd let her sigh though. She'd just nod, and she'd go to the back, and after take off the apron and that. She'd come back, and she'd go, well, I'll see you tomorrow after school, and she'd not going, see you tomorrow, sure, and from there, she'd just leave, as though, she'd size, she'd know, of course, what kind of brought it on was mainly, why was she still a case getting stronger? Heck, a couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago, she got a third tail, so she was now a three-tailed Kitsune. And the question is, or at least is now, or at least in her mind, was, why was she training? Still, she saw when she was in the clan, and that she was doing it to protect, protect the kind of clan and the next generation of the Kitsune. But now, why for herself? But she's more than strong enough to defend herself from humans, and that. Granted, maybe not so against a rogue fallen angel, not really angel, as any rogue angel became a fallen angel, so that was something like that, but it was unlikely, or why was she, there was no real point for it to get stronger, so that was something why she ended up kind of thinking something back, and she, after all, they were just something cleaned up from the sort of day. And though she'd sort of shake her head, she'd end up hearing sort of a voice going, you managed to sort of take all 8 of, or sort of all something, and she'd sort of be kind of confused. What did she just hear? She'd just so much shake her head. She'd just must be sort of imagining things. Like she'd sort of would feel a bit sort of drained. And though so she'd end up somewhat minutes later, would sort of end up walking home. Only it's not a couple minutes later, she'd sort of walk home. Though sort of as you'd shut the door, she'd flick on sort of light, which would light the sort of passageway. And sort of those should move hands sort of down slightly, and would send a bit of yokai into a similarly sort of the wall, which would end up revealing a sort of funjutsu sort of seal, which would then sort of seemingly sort of wrap around a sort of seemingly apartment room, and that which would seemingly glow blue. Seeing that, she'd sort of sit down, and she'd take off some of her shoes, and as she'd sort of get back up and sort of stretch, though some already faded, or at least the blue had already sort of faded. Those are after stretching, she'd let her sort of ears and tail out, but she was a 2 and somewhat bound out 3 tails, sort of Kitsune. Of course, somewhat in the clan, it was always something that, whatever, something you always had the amount of tails sort of out. So if you're 2-tailed Kitsune, you showed, both your, you let out both your tails. You didn't hide, a tail unless, something you're out, in front of the humans. And of course, you hid your ears and tails, of course. But and so she's somewhat. So of course, somewhat since she was 10, she'd been shown off, both her sort of 2 tails. Not really less showing them off, and more just kind of having to, show both of them. And even though she preferred only having a single tail out, she had to have both of them out, and then eventually she'd gotten used to it, and then being sort of, or at least kind of, somewhat on her own, she kind of gotten somewhat back used to not having to, have both of them out. She got very much used to just having the single one out, and though from she'd somewhat wonder kind of why. She'd somewhat wonder, somewhat be kind of somewhat curious as why the school sort day was not really. Wasn't really, anything exciting happened. So he seemed to be sort of, trying to convince his friends that he had a girlfriend and that, and she would have she kind of figured that, he would have told them surely first or that, and though the only reason why she knew he had a girlfriend was because or at least the night when she'd been sent home kind of slightly early, though by a minute or so, 2 or 3 minutes, was or at least earlier in that day, so earlier yesterday, Issei brought his girlfriend, don't quite remember her name, but to the restaurant for their kind of date. And the restaurant being ramen, and it was a ramen restaurant. Kind of ironic, eh? And anyway, though, so it was the only reason why she knew he had the girlfriend, and though, and that, and though she could feel slightly, or at least Issei felt slightly different, but she wasn't up until, she wasn't exactly 100% sure until right this summer second, when Issei would, with it being the end of the day, clubs and that would start really, start up and that, he said something come over and we'd go sorry, do something remember something yesterday? She'd quack an eyebrow and would go, yes, I remember what I did yesterday. Something he say, why? Well, do somewhat remember something, that, I came into this sort of restaurant move, someone's, to say something, Catherine's name should, go, and she'd something, she'd go, oh, so that's somewhat your Catherine's, somewhat name. You didn't go, I something told you. You should go, I wasn't paying too much attention. I'm sorry, though, something like that, it's something kind of, fine, after all, something, or at least, yeah. Though, you did slightly understand why she wouldn't exactly pay too much attention, as after all, there were some other people as well, kind of, somewhat slightly, or at least more, seemingly sort of adults came in more kind of seemingly slightly provided, seemingly sort of looks all that. And she was a somewhat very beautiful young somewhat woman. Somewhat when she had a somewhat C cup breast, somewhat chest size, which was of course on these, somewhat, or at least once it wasn't, once it was, somewhat, a comfortable, decent size, and some other two, though, ironically, though somewhat her, even though, she didn't have, gigantic breasts and somewhat, Rhea Scrammy and other, somewhat, her queen, Akana, whatever she's called, her name, though somewhat she, by her own somewhat, though by her somewhat C-cup chest and her just overall beauty in that kind of mostly somewhat, somewhat gives in that I forget the name, Akuro Academy. I somewhat chose her as the actual somewhat queen of the somewhat beauty. Somewhat ironic, and then second was the Scrammy and her queen, Akina, whatever. Yeah, somewhat ironic. Somewhat a bit that the two with the somewhat most, or at least the two with the biggest breasts aren't the ones on top when it came to somewhat the beauty. Yeah, so that, chest size wasn't everything and isn't everything. Yeah, anyway, those should end up getting up and go, well, I'd like to, though, I'd like to, talk more, he said, I do have some things to do, to which he'd somewhat nod, knowing, or at least now that she did actually somewhat work, or at least part-time, though she's somewhat paid by the hour, so she tended to work more, almost like full-time, as it meant she got more money. Yeah, anyway, though, she'd sort of end up leaving, and, though, sort of that night, she'd somewhat end up, somewhat leaving, going home, somewhat not leaving time, which would be the time in which the kind of, the restaurant shut. She'd sort of, be walking home, and she'd sort of feel an odd somewhat energy in the sun, to sort of go and look, as she'd somewhat slightly, she hadn't exactly fully sort of reckoned, or at least fully kind of settled in as somewhat, do you say, being sort of devil, or somewhat kind of energy, somewhat feeling energy, somewhat feel yet, so, don't to sort of see, saying, though, she'd somewhat was somewhat, about to sort of rush in when she'd also feel somewhat 3 more almost somewhat devils, somewhat energies, and turn around 3 or 4. She'd somewhat kind of spot them, and she'd decide to that it was probably good that, and also then somewhat meant that Issei was then truly actually somewhat a devil, and that Reese being at least somewhat, it meant that Reese was a full-blooded devil, and well, she knew somewhat a full-blooded devil could turn humans and the other kind of races into someone devils. She knew that much, and which ended up clicking for her that the literal night before that which at least when she kind of something heard, something you took all of something the something last part, then so you realise something she stayed Issei, she's still trying to somewhat figure out the two in the somewhat middle, but she just somewhat shook her head. It didn't exactly get. She didn't exactly carried, so to leave. She knew this was very much devil kind of territory, or devil claimed territory, and with those she'd somewhat head on home, and a few days later, as she'd somewhat once more be leaving her somewhat job, she could feel, and by now she'd somewhat recognised somewhat Issei somewhat energy, that, and also that I also felt slightly dragonic, or that being the somewhat boosted gear, and though it momentarily somewhat procrastinate about going, potentially maybe somewhat helping out and potentially maybe preventing a war, that she'd somewhat end up shaking her and just go, whenever I ever somewhat mentally would go, whenever I somewhat kind of somewhat somewhat thought about helping out, damn it, and would somewhat go and perceive to somewhat go forward, go towards the sort of place which would be the sort of church, the thing that had been the church that had been abandoned for quite some time now, and that she'd sort of arrive, she'd end up somewhat spotting the barrier, and she'd recognise some of the barrier as one to keep humans away. That'd be good, because it meant she could potentially, she had to release her ears and tail, apostrophe S, potentially, but there was no real necessarily reason to release her ears and tails. Besides somewhat allowing her to use her true full power, but she didn't think, she'd think that may be going a bit overboard if the energy somewhat inside was anything to go by. And though when she'd somewhat walk through the barrier, she'd somewhat let out some of her somewhat energy, which inside the church would cause everyone to sort of stop her side for a sort of very much strong sort of power, and that, and you could feel it coming closer and closer and closer up until it'd be in front of the door, and sort of on the outside, and after so I somewhat remembering, or at least somewhat one time about somewhat scenario when she she'd kicked open the door and thought, well, why not make somewhat an entrance as well, and would perceive to somewhat put in a bit too much power, and would perceive to somewhat kick open the door, more so send the door flying off its hinges and straight, sort of casually through the church. And we'd slightly sweat drop, and we'd go, oops, mentally, and it's church, it's a giant door, surely, it required somewhat decent amount of, force to move, and after all, she'd seen, something going casually, something scenario, through a desk. So surely it would require a bit of force. Yeah, tiny amount of Kitsune force. Yeah, not a tiny amount, or a tiny amount of human force, not a tiny amount of Kitsune force, which caused it to casually fly off its hinges. Well, more so hinges ripped out of the wall, and yeah, whoops. Though it would cause some of the people to kind of duck and dodge out of the way. Well, less duck, more get their ass out of the way. Otherwise, they'd be walloped by a flying freaking chat store. And yeah, somewhat see. Yeah, those as you'd walk in. Yeah, so Issa would go, so what are you doing here? Doing here? You shouldn't be here. Run. And yeah, Kanako would somewhat kind of sweat, or Kanako and Kiba would somewhat sweat drop, as somewhat Kanako would somewhat mentally think. Somewhat, go somewhat mentally, somewhat, if anything, somewhat, you should be the one to somewhat run, not Kitsune. She just sent a freaking chat store flying. And yeah, Loki would just somewhat kind of just sweat drop and would just somewhat shake his own head. Probably not the smartest, thing to say against, to someone who just, sent a chat door flying off its, ripping its hinges out of the frame, and yeah, you knew that took a ton of force to do. And the fact she made it look effortless, which it almost was, it was something for her. And, well, yeah, though. Anyway, from there, those actually, those has a bit of, some wind, and that would obviously pick up. Kanako would end up getting something a bit of a sense, and you realised that before she could open her mouth, Nato would somewhat send a very much a kind of somewhat look, and would somewhat direct a bit of, more sort of pressure onto some Kanako, which would immediately somewhat kind of gulp, and she'd somewhat mouth to her, "You dare say what I am, little kitty cat, and I'll make your life hell. I'll promise you that. Got it? You don't tell anyone." Kanako just somewhat nodded, and she'd somewhat make it even heavier. That includes the king or queen or whatever. Though that includes somewhat the group leader or that. These devils should somewhat just nod somewhat quickly, and yeah, then she'd somewhat let the singly person vanish. Kiba would be somewhat confused, slightly. Kiba and Issei would sort of be confused what was going on, and why Kanako suddenly somewhat seemed to go very heavily pale, and yeah, it was clear the two guys were having a silent conversation. And yeah, though whatever somewhat it was clear that Kanako very much agreed about something, and yeah. Anyway, though, somewhat did kind of somewhat help out, and yeah, though of course somewhat by the end of it, the somewhat kind of end somewhat of it, so Issei hit his somewhat ex-girlfriend through the window, and Kanako kind of went out, but somewhat back in, and yes, would somewhat kind of come out and slightly tell him somewhat, or at least the somewhat one that she wasn't actually beat by a dual critical, and he was kind of somewhat from that she was actually beaten by actual somewhat the sort of boosted gear. One of the sort variants of one of the sort of 13 variants of long dryness. And yeah, though, and she'd end up, of course, someone, because she'd, trying, play on Issei's sort of feelings, and she'd then Andreas would then sort of finishing her, though she'd then end up turning to sort of, and ask what, someone who she was, to which Kiba would sort of Kanako, Kanako would sort of know who she was, and even sort of Issei would just kind of stare at her. And sort of even, sort of raises some, Queen would sort of stare at her like, what, did she live under a rock or something, didn't she, no? Yeah, and she'd go what, should I know her? Well, she, at the very least, should sort of know her name, that's, Shiroi, the sort of, queen of some, the kind of, somewhat, queen of the sort of, the kind of queen of beauty, though, somewhat, Issei would somewhat, kind of, say, to which was somewhat, so just somewhat stretch up and would go, well, that's what you all men say, or at least somewhat you, perverted boys say. And yeah, though someone Reese would sort of say, well, it's a bit late, but I would sort of like to very much talk to you though tomorrow. And somewhat though not Naruto, so it's somewhat let her say, knowing that she'd probably tell about Demon, or at least more or less trying to get more somewhat information from her, though she would sort of nod it was indeed sort of late. Yeah, something from the reason they would sort of leave the barrier, of course, someone dropping that. And yeah, actually, no, Queen wouldn't be there. Queen was still outside, brushing the ground. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, though they would sort of course leave, and she'd sort of end up, she would end up sort of going back kind of home to her sort of apartment. And yes, though when she'd enter, she'd immediately notice that the barrier was kind of barrier up that allowed her to let her isn't held without anyone noticing anyone, and feel power or presence or that. And yeah, and she'd also kind of see shoes, which would mean that they would have to be to even activate the cell, which would mean to activate the Finjutsu, meant that they had to be from the clan. And since Patsushi hoped that it wasn't a mother or that, those should end up hearing a voice which would call out something they kind of question, is it you, would call out is it you Hawato Rosa? No, it was Google
White Rose.
That which also means white rose, and she'd immediately remember back that there was only one person that ever called her that, and she'd end up going, I'll be in the living, be then said just take off some shoes. Somewhat start out as person that was seemingly at her apartment was very important, and she's somewhat wondering why someone there here. So after taking off her shoes and very much making sure the door was shut, and she'd go and and something very much so the person, or at least when she decided to enter, was indeed the person she thought it was. Is the sort the leader of their sort of clan, the nine-tailed Kitsune, Lilith, and yeah, she go sorry, I'm not kind of in. She tried to wave around for him, go, it's something fine, it's fine. After all, you kind of came boldly something from a fight. Well, yeah, something well prior to that, a sort of job that I kind of sort of fight. She'd slightly sort of hope those she'd somewhat nod. Yeah, those she'd. Though so I'd go though sort of kind of why are you something here? Are you here to try and someone take me back? And she's going no, no dear, I sort of when I or at least kind of talked to you some parents and when you sort of 14, 15, I sort of could immediately tell. Or at least I knew that the fact that they were, they sort of planned on you, or at least once you got your second tail, which you did, that they were going to get you into a more, or at least take you, or at least train into a more priestess role. I knew you'd leave as you were more, I hadn't seen a more passionate kind of, person to do training fighting than ever. And yeah, so I knew you'd probably end up leaving, and to be honest, I completely understand, as they'd somewhat earlier on somewhat supported that you wanted to get stronger to protect the clan and that, and yeah, so yeah, I'm not here to bring you back. So I actually kind of came here to see kind of how you were doing. And yeah, how did you find out that? Well, I kind of figured that you'd somewhat try and kind of live in a more, or at least live in a devil kind of territory, as somewhat, because the kind of Kitsune clans and these devils are more on a kind of more neutral stance. So yeah, I kind of figured that, and so it was just as simple as calling up some high school academies and ask and tell them if they knew if a person called Shiroi Bara, and if Shiroi Bara, and that claiming that your aunt, or that your aunt, and just checking out seeing how you're doing. And yeah, this was by third, or at least Akure Academy will start the third one, and well, yeah, I ended up then coming here to see in person how you were. She'd loud sign, she'd kind of nod that, and also, well, I've also done something to reach that, which shows step out and go, what? It's nothing bad. I've decided that I'd at least the clan will be paying for your your kind of intuition. But why? Well, because it was your parents' fault that you left. They forced you to, and yeah. So it's not their way of saying sorry. Far from it. They still very much want you to try and get you back and make you into a priestess, and yeah, I've somewhat warned them that if they try to, they'll be kicked out of the sort of clan, be labelled as rogue Kitsune. And yeah, Naruto, not Naruto, damn it. Well, yeah, somewhat Naruto, but so much sure just not that, and yeah. Though that, and well, I also kind of bought a house here, well, yeah, here is nice, and this some apartment is nice and all, but thinking it's made for kind of houses, a nice kind of 2-bedroom, 2-floor, what, the rent and water, gas, electric, all of that would be paid for. So yeah, that, and so you can of course create your ramen waitress job if you want to. I'm not going to make you. If you should be surprised, and yeah, I should just go. Just why it's my way of not trying to convince your parents, and also intervene, to try and keep you here, and yeah. So in a way, it's me saying sorry, and yeah, and to no, but you don't need to. I know, I know, and these other priestesses, and even your friends have told, or have, or at least your few friends that have talked to me, have told me that, but I still couldn't help. But yeah, those the permits up to you if you want to move in. You don't have to. Those should just not should go. Well, we have to move my stuff going after school tomorrow. Well, not kind of directly after school. I should. No, I presume you would be able to come back straight after. As you'd have to probably go to, or at least talk to the current, or at least the devil, or at least the devil that has the claim of this territory, and then your boss that you won't be in for the day, and yeah, it's all in all about an hour, potentially hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, she'd be surprised and would not kind of nod. She still very much had, well, I haven't felt granted it looked a lot more like that now, as she did have it. Yeah, and yeah, the remaining, because if just in case she did come, and like that she was coming, she would formally greet her, like she's kind of talked to, and yeah. Anyway, though she realised, and she kind of asked why she kind of wasn't having all her kind of names tells out as those. She'd smile, and she'd go, well, I kind of relax. After all, by that logic, you should have your tails out to it. That she'll go, someone should go, hi, I should, my father friends, know it's more comfortable, with one, and most of the time I'm complaining that, I can't just show one of my tails, but it's, these clan, and as much as somewhat, I'd, rather be more comfortable, more comfortable. So, something more kind of older, Kitsune, like the, don't really want it to kind of change and that, or, Yeah. Naruto, not Naruto, sorry, sure, just nod, and yeah, they talk sort of a bit more, mainly of how she's been for the past kind of year and somewhat, well, yeah, well, probably, no, sorry, it'd be a year, 2 year, wouldn't be something 2, because that'd put her in a 3rd year, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd put her in a sort of 3rd. Oh no, it'd put her in the tail end of a 2nd year, which she isn't in the tail end, she's in the start / slightly middle, yeah, and in the some rough middle, yeah, she's in like the first quarter of her somewhat 2nd year, yeah, anyway, yeah, though some hours, or at least a couple of minutes with someone, well, a couple of minutes to half an hour or so would go by as they'd sort of wind up in the somewhat, or at least on top of the somewhat same bed. And yeah, mainly sort of both in their sort of fox form. As somewhat for Naruto, it'd be a kind of somewhat first time, and she was a bit sort of embarrassed as she hadn't really slept like this in a long while, mainly because some of the parents and that had, kind of playing that, she was, at least, sort of kind of trained fighter now, and that she should, be ready at, all something, class and that, and so she was always something, kind of sleeping in her human form, and yeah, though something both would, or at least somewhat look like kind of similarly slightly, well, yeah, would similarly sort of kind of cuddling sort of one another as they'd sort of fall asleep, though Naruto, or not Naruto, she's always sort of being more kind of sort of embarrassed. And yeah, and so with that, guys, I'm gonna end this part here. So if you have enjoyed this, do tell me in the comments down below, and of course if you want part 2, do say, guys. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this part here, just said that. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day or night, depending on reviews, and whenever you watch this, and hey, good bye.